What is going on, everybody? It is Nick, also known as Born Gamer here, and this is actually a first for me. This is actually a video response to somebody else's topic, and it's actually from TheLadyTrickster. I'm going to link her videos down below. She actually did two kind of on the subject, and there'll be an annotation on the screen as well for those of you watching on PC. Love you all, and there's a little bit of something for everybody. Now, the whole point of the video, there wasn't any commentary to it, but the whole purpose was to kind of show that Assassin's Creed 3 has kind of been broken by this third ability slot, and you can just say that in particular broke the entire game, but we know that's not all true. There's a lot of things going wrong with the game, a lot of glitches, a lot of bugs, just a lot of little balance things that people just can't agree on. And even when your core players just can't get along on something, how can the new players expect to understand the system whatsoever? So I decided I would just kind of detail if I had the opportunity to go in and revamp Assassin's Creed multiplayer, like, these are the things that I really think would help the game. They would not only suit my playstyle, they would make me have more fun. And while these are the kind of things that I like to look at when I play, feel free to leave your opinions in the comments down below. I apologize if I say something that doesn't make sense whatsoever, but I'm just kind of spitballing here. Not everything will make it into the game, because I know Ubisoft is definitely just watching this video. But the main reason I'm doing this is because I did a little E3 predictions, and I didn't really cover Assassin's Creed 3, or should I just say Assassin's Creed multiplayer in general as much as I hoped, because I was really hoping to see what they would revamp. So I just throw my opinion out there, and I feel free to offer you guys to make your own video responses or just leave comments down below. This is a really healthy discussion I want to have here. I want to see what people find to be the real problems and what people can really see to be the solutions. So the very first thing we're going to talk about, going back to the Lady Trickster's video, is the third ability slot. Assassin's Creed always had two abilities. There was in Brotherhood and Revelations, and only in Assassin's Creed 3 did they add this third ability slot. Now, you're going to know that there's only 4 perks. There's the gun, the poison dart, the knives, and what is it? Oh, the disruption. And nobody really uses disruption, so that's just kind of a little trolling ability there. So right off the bat, I'm just going to say that those abilities in themselves do not warrant an entire slot. I know that's supposed to be arranged, but I kind of have a new system that I think would maybe work better. I might need a little play testing, but I want to hear you guys' feedback on this. I thought, for instance, what if instead of there just being 3 random ones where 2 of them can share all the abilities they want? For instance, you could have smoke bomb on your, in my case, the left button or right button. What if left button was your offensive ability and right button was your defensive ability? You had to choose. There would be certain perks that could only be used in combination. Like, you wouldn't have somebody in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that had smoke bomb and mute. You would have one person who could only have smoke bomb, and they could also only have mute if they so chose to do so. And for instance, the offensive ability would be something along the lines of a poison or a Templar vision. Something that is offensively suited for certain game types. It's not for everything, but it's up to the player's discretion to really decide what situation they want to use it in, but it obviously has to be used for offensive purposes, and there will be a little tweak that'll actually promote this. What I was thinking is that since there's so many different kind of objective-based games, say Artifact Assault, where you're an offensive player or you're a defensive player, what if, for instance, you could only have defensive perks? You could choose either defensive perks for this round, and you would only have the one, which I think would take a lot more skill. People are loving this, purist mode, where there's no abilities whatsoever, so maybe one defensive perk would just make things a little bit more exciting. Or say if you're a runner, you just want to have teleport, you can't have teleport and smoke bomb, because smoke bomb would be a defensive ability, teleport may be, an offensive ability. But this is kind of where the third perk slot, I wouldn't get rid of it altogether. I think that maybe you could have offense, defense, and maybe a, I've been kind of calling it the body perk. It's anything that kind of affects your character in general. Say, for instance, Glimmer would be a great body perk. Disguise would be a great body perk. They kind of transcend both offense and defense, but it's up to the user to decide how that's used. But they're never overpowered. I never hear anybody complaining about, oh man, that guy used Glimmer on me. That was such bullshit. That was so cheap. Or that guy used Disguise. How do you do that? Those are the kind of perks that I say, man, that guy used it really well. Say, for instance, Firecrackers. That might be offense or defense, or you could just say it's a body perk because it affects the screen of the other person. So, that's up to, the developers if they wanted to decide which side to win to, but I think that would be, a really cool concept. Alright, another thing that I would change would be the reverse detection meter. Now, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you started at your incognito, and you could lose your detection meter, but it would slowly go back up. But if you lost your incognito, it was gone forever. you know, until maybe your next life or until you killed your target. So, you know, I kind of like that idea. I want to go back to the idea that you start stealthy and you don't have to work your way up the stealth. I feel like Assassin's Creed is all about you have your stealth and it's yours to lose. And I would actually be in favor of never being able to regain your health bar, you know, or should I say your detection bar. Say, for instance, you sprint at somebody. If you're down to a reckless, you're stuck at your reckless. You either get that kill or you don't. And I know that this could cause some issues with, you know, people just saying, all right, well, fuck it, I'll get a reckless kill. That doesn't really matter. But something I thought as, you know, a little counter to this is, say, for instance, you build up to a silent again. Your game score itself would stay at a reckless kill because that's what you would get towards your scoreboard. But say, for instance, towards your progression in the game, you would go back to a silent. So does that make sense, guys? Say, for instance, you're down to like a reckless, you get a 150 point kill, but there's my my new Galaxy S4 with my Bioshock ringtone. That was pretty awesome there. What was I on? Oh yeah, so you would get the points for it. You know, you could get the points for getting back up to a silent kill, but god damn it, Bioshock, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Okay. So, you know, you could work back up to getting your silence. You could get the points, you can still progress in your leveling, but you would not get the, you know, the benefit of getting those points to getting towards first or second place. So it's really going to reward the players that play well in the game, and it's not just for points. It's not those assassinate people that, you know, charge down, get the reckless, and, you know, bait somebody, get the stun and all that stuff. Like, once you have that reckless, that's what you're stuck at for the game. You're not going to win the game. You know, you could have 25 kills, but if you built them all down to recklesses and then got incognitos, you could have scored 10,000 points for the game, but you could only come out of the match with about 4,000 or 5,000 points. I like that idea. I feel like that would reward skill. Let me know what you guys think. This is going to kind of work into more stealth modes. The best mode that I ever thought was for stealth, I really like chest capture. If you guys played chest capture in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood when it first came out, that was kind of like awesome because it got like really hard because the Whispers were not good in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood whatsoever. So you were like really looking for like, who is this person that's invading my territory? Why am I losing it? And sometimes you just go randomly killing people like, I have no idea who it is. I'm just trying to fucking not lose points because games matter. So, you know, I think that more stealth modes would, you know, come into play. If Assassinate would not work, I'm personally in favor of taking it out. I think it just promotes bad play. I know there's people that like Assassinate, but there's never been any other game that I've ever played that there's a mode that I wanted out of the game so badly as I do Assassinate. And I played COD. Alright, now the next little tweak that I would add to the game was, you know, you gotta learn from who's doing it right. And who's doing it right in terms of leveling is definitely Call of Duty. With the introduction of Call of Duty 4, they had the Prestige mode, and Assassin's Creed has kind of taken the Prestige mode, but it's made it completely irrelevant. All it does is add stars and gives you a couple more character customizations, which are, can I say, completely irrelevant and kind of lame to the overall experience. So if there was an actual leveling system where you would have to, you know, get rid of all your abilities, but you would get some kind of reward, say for instance, like, you know, an extra customization slot, maybe some kind of special, you know, character customization that, you know, you could only unlock like 25 of them through the 25 prestiges, but there's, you know, 150 to choose from, so not everybody is going to have everything that they want. And maybe if they want to make it like microtransaction based where you could just buy something, you know, that's better for Ubisoft, everybody wins. And if they do start making money like that, maybe they can make free map DLC. I think that'd be really cool. So, you know, I think that the character customization and the prestiging and the leveling, that definitely has a little bit of work it can do, but there's so many good systems out there that Ubisoft has so much they can learn from. I think that it would really drive people to keep playing the game over and over again and be really excited when they do level up and want to do really well in those games. So, you know, if you just want to get a lot of points, you can just run around, get all the kills you want, and be happy. But the real players that are going to be rewarded are the stealthy ones that are getting the good kills to begin with, and all the guys, you know, getting those awesome customizations. And like I said, if you want, you could maybe, you know, buy those things, and that would be kind of cool. So let me know what you guys think. I would definitely love to see some video responses, or, you know, just some comments down below. I know I've said it before. These are just a couple of the suggestions that I have for Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I know that not everything could possibly make it in, and maybe some of this stuff wouldn't work, but like I said, I'd love to hear your feedback. Don't forget to like if you haven't already, and comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for all the Assassin's Creed 4 and Watch Dogs and everything else that's amazing that's going to come out this fall. Yeah. I'm Nick, also known as Born Gamer. I'll see you next time.